Here's how one of our clients, Keith, did 32,000 in GCI in 80 days of working with us after trying multiple other lead generation agencies with no results. Check it out.
So as far as the deals you've closed goes, how much was the first deal in terms of GCI?
Almost 19.
19, nice. So we're looking at around, correct me if I'm wrong, but about 32-ish thousand dollars. Love it. And it's been roughly about, I want to say 60 to 70 days if I'm not mistaken. Maybe a little longer.
Maybe a little bit longer. I would say about 80-ish days, I would say.
80-ish days, so about two and a half months, give or take.
Yeah.
Closed 30,000. Very, very impressive track record.
I think prior to this was more about dealing with business on a one-off basis. I'd be tracking things, of course, but trying to really hone in on where a lot of my clients were coming from. And rather than having everything scattered, just so I could have a good end of year and say 2 thumbs up. The after is implementing a system that I really start to understand where things are coming from and where they're going. That allows me to predict and forecast to find out what my trajectory is. The difference before is, I mean, don't get me wrong, organic business is great, but still, prospecting comes into play, and we need to know our numbers. We need to know per dollar spend, what's the cost per lead, what are your conversion rates, what are your close rates, so on and so forth. That way we can have a general idea with law of averages as to how much we spend is how much we get. And those are the things that to this day I'm still developing, but the system, I would say, is where you finally get over a threshold. If we just do quickly, like if I was doing $30 a day on 60 days, or 80 days, that's about $2,400, give or take. I think there was times where I increased my daily ad spend, but there's times where the ads were off, so it wasn't necessarily on for all 80. But I mean, we can average it out to $30 a day for 80 days.
$30. So you spent roughly about $2,500, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And made 30,000 back. Talk about 10, 20x returns. Pretty impressive, in my opinion.
Now, I want to start by saying Keith is a rockstar realtor, but he did what most other realtors do. He hired a lead generation agency to attract qualified leads in his pipeline. Most of them took his money and delivered substandard results. When we helped him dial in an effective branded ad with a system to track his cost per lead, cost per call, and cost per client, he knew exactly when and how he can acquire his next client. He made $30,000 in 80 days after spending only $2,500. That's an over 10x ROI by using our lead generation services. Now, if you're looking to scale your real estate business, what I recommend doing is clicking on the Learn More button below so you and I can have a conversation about building out a done-for-you end-to-end marketing system in the next 7 days so you can close more deals in the next 2 to 4 months. Click on the Learn More button below now.